Hi, I'm so glad to be here. Actually, the reason I'm here is to tell you the story of my life. Well, you're supposed to look at the first slide like this. Well, a story of my life is really, really long. I mean, according to my age, probably time-wise, it wouldn't be likely to tell you the whole story. But I've made a right excerpt, and I'm hoping I made a right cut. Well, this is something like our house. I mean, this picture resembles our house at the doormat, probably with a couple of guests or so. And looking at that, probably you wouldn't be our guest because if you were a guest, it wouldn't take less than half an hour to find your pair of shoes among the pile. But I was raised like this, and this picture pretty much resembles our family. I mean, we were a lot of brothers and sisters together. As funny as it may sound, I was having a very great time with my siblings. I mean, at every meal, breakfast, lunch, and even sometimes at dinner, as if we were had parties on daily basis. So I was raised like this, and also had some friends I was really happy with. And this guy pretty much resembles me, and it may even sound funnier. You may ask why. Because one time we were invited to our uncle's house. It was supposed to be a family gathering, a relative get-together. And we all went there to our uncle's place. And surprisingly, I was lost. I was lost, and for half an hour, my parents didn't even notice I was missing. I mean, they were having dinner, eating stuff and like that. And then suddenly my mom said, "Is there someone missing among the crowd? Let's do the counting on the brothers and sisters and kids, and probably someone is missing." And right, that was me. After half an hour, my parents just started to search for me. And luckily, I was found. But to your surprise, I've always been an introvert. As an introvert person, there were times that I felt lonely. I'm pretty sure you all have felt lonely in life and at times. I mean, I was among a crowd in a friendly gathering, hanging out with friends, in a family get-together or a relative gathering, yet I felt lonely. It might have been as long as some moments or even longer, but a feeling of loneliness didn't leave me. It was always there for me. All that feeling of loneliness made me think, as an introvert, who could I have talked to? Who could I have shared my feelings with? I was raised in a Muslim family. I was told that I have 12 imams, and the 12th imam is absent, but he's a divine person who can hear me and who can listen to me, and I can talk to him. So all I needed was start talking to him. I was actually a little surprised. I mean, I was a little overwhelmed. I didn't know how to begin. I knew I was Muslim and 12 imams is there for me, but I didn't know how to begin. But finally, I started with a simple hello. I started simple hello, and the next thing I knew was I was talking to him. He was part of my life. You know, as an introvert, there were times that I was really under a lot of pressure. I used to put that smile on my face or even make my eyes laugh so that no one knows how severe my life is or what a great pressure I'm under. But I always try to put that mask on my face so that no one notices how hard my life has become at times. But when I started talking to him, he was there for me. I mean, that lonely kid, introvert who had no one to talk to, now had someone to share his feelings with. His truest and his deepest feelings from the bottom of his heart. He was there for me as he was holding my hands. So whenever I faced a problem, difficulties, or I had hardship in life, or simply every morning that I woke up in the morning, I said hello to him. And I was feeling him in my life. And this relationship was growing. It was getting stronger and stronger. Once, after years in my life, as he had become my best friend, I was offered to host a show. And I pretty much simply accepted that. Because I'm a teacher. I mean, right here, right now, some of my co-workers or my friends or students might be here among you. But as a teacher, I thought it wouldn't be a hassle. I'm going to host a show, right? No problem. I mean, I thought it's going to be like one of those seminars or conferences that a bunch of students come and I'm going to do great and do the talking. But it wasn't like this. Because in the 11th hour, I was told that this is going to be a show which is actually a symposium with a lot of high university professors and faculty members and intellectuals. Knowing that, I was terrified. I'm sorry, let me put it this way. I was petrified. I didn't know what to do. Seriously, I was going to host a show with intellectuals, university professors. I was really, really scared. I mean, the scare of hosting a show was scaring the life out of me, and I didn't know what to do. And now that you know me, as an introvert, I didn't know how to express my feelings to and who to talk to. Yet I knew I had my best friend there for me. So in the very last moments, as I was climbing up on the stage, because there were 3 simple steps towards the stage, when I was taking each step, I called for help. I called him. I shouted out loud. It was like a silent cry from the bottom of my heart. A shout out loud that no one could hear but him. And the next thing I knew was I was right behind the tribune. And I was hosting a show like everything was going great. Even if it was yesterday, believe me, I wouldn't remember what I was saying. Because really, I had no idea what I was saying. As the words were coming out of my mouth, I was actually dominant over the whole symposium. All the doctors, all the audience. Things went so great that after the symposium, professors came to me and highly admired me. Not only them, but the audience and people in charge who had faith in me that I could do a great job. And I did it. That was the moment that I couldn't imagine my life any better. Like as I was happiest person on earth. You know, I had what it takes and I had my best friend there for me. And whenever I ran into a problem, I asked him for help. Years later, I thought that I'm actually living with my best friend and he's there for me and he's part of my life. But what can I do for him? Can I ask God anything as well? I mean, is it a one-way relationship? I wanted to make it more mutual. I wanted to ask him for help. I wanted to help him as well. And I was wondering if there is a possible way for me to help him. And then I came to know some lines that taught me that I also was able to help him. I could ask for him the best things. I can ask God to protect him from all the bad things, to preserve him, and to keep him away from all the bad things in the time of hardship, calamities, and difficulties. Later on, years by, I actually wanted to know more about him. So wanting to know more about him, I came across this book called Mikyal al-Makarim. I opened the book, and like every book that you open and it starts talking to you, the book started talking to me. And it told me that the person you're actually talking to is a great person. This book told me that I was doing the right thing. The book told me that he's the chosen one, he's the divine person chosen by God there for us. And that we can start intertwining our lives with him. We can start connecting with him. And we can bring him to our lives. And it also told me that what I was doing was the right thing. And the praise of mine for him alone were inspirational and had a lot of positive effects in my life. So that became the second turning point in my life. Now, not only did I know him, he was a part of my life. And I was talking to him and I knew about him. And this book also told me that this great person, is going to come and he's going to trigger a lot of changes. He's going to bring about a lot of developments and advances, a better life for all people, for all humanity. But he told me that because he's a divine person, he's not always absent. He's there for you. All you need to do is to start talking to him, to bring him to your life, to our lives. So at the end, I want to tell you that what I did was to start talking to him. I mean, I gave it a try. And I gave it a try and it worked for me. And it changed my life. And I'm pretty sure if you start talking to him and if you bring him to your life, it will change yours. And remember, bear in mind, every close and deep relationship begins with a simple hello. Thank you.